What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Holding in the Road with Mr. Gray Fox and Big Bad Harold.
What's going on now?
Today, we have the pleasure of sitting down with author, coach, ex-NFL player, Coach JaJuan Harley. How you doing today,
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? We're going to jump right into it, good brother. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, you from Tallahassee, right?
Born and raised, baby.
Born and raised in Tallahassee. South side?
Absolutely everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
I promote Bun, Nims, Rivers.
Okay.
That's where I was.
Okay, Ricketts.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's what's up, man. And published author, motivational speaker.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
The book. What's the name of the book?
So it's coming back up. So I was chosen, this was random. You know, I've been pushing my story out for a good minute. And this guy, Rod Cape, he lives, I want to say, I can't give exact area right now, but he hit me up, like, man, I love your story. I want to put it in there with some other authors. And for instance, an author in there who was blown up, he was in his military, got blown up, lost like his leg and his arm. So for him to call me and say, hey, your story is just as much impactful as his, I said, man, let's jump on it. So he gave me a topic to go on, and we just went from there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's dope.
Now, when was the book published?
It will publish actually 2024.
Okay.
2024, yeah.
Okay, so just recent.
Just recent. So it's about to hit a year. It came out like right before Christmas.
How was that process as far as, writing a book, things like that, getting it published? I mean, how was that process? I mean,
it was more like, wow. Because first of all, somebody want to hear my story like that.
Yeah,
because I'm the type of guy, I never look at myself as others do. I'm always in the moment, you know what I'm saying? I always see myself as an average Joe, just constantly pushing through things, you know what I'm saying? So
super humble. Yeah.
I appreciate that. So the process of it, just stepping back and just go for it. You know, it was rough because I spoke on things like my father's death. At that time of writing, my mom, she's going through cancer again. So it was a lot of emotions, but you have to kind of hone them in, make sure you're thinking clearly. But other than that, man, it's just about telling your story, knowing that what you went through or going through is bigger than you. Right. And that's what I live by. It's not punishment. It's somebody, it's another JaJuan coming up. So I always think about when I'm writing something, it's to help that next JaJuan.
And you actually, wrote the book.
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay. See, because like I say, nowadays when I'm saying the process, I mean, did you vision somebody with a typewriter, you know what I mean? You got the paper and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a bit easier nowadays with,
AI.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to be honest with it. We're going to be honest. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the name of the book is what now?
Climbing Back Up.
Climbing Back Up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But I tell you what, though, what really helps with my writing, like I have multiple things written. Like I'm working on a biography on myself. I'm working on a couple of workout books, a couple of motivational books and all that good stuff. But my wife, she's a doctor in English. She has a doctorate in English.
Right.
And she studied African literature.
Right.
So she hold me accountable with reading and writing. So I have no choice
but
to make sure I do it on the right way. I can't cheat it.
Yeah.
So your wife is an educator?
Yes.
On what level?
Well, she's not teaching. She's not teaching right now. She write grants for the government and all that good stuff. But she went to FAMU. Matter of fact, she went to Ricketts.
Right.
Okay.
But the thing is, the crazy thing about that, we didn't pass each other.
That's crazy.
I'm in 9th grade. She in 12th.
Yeah.
And we never crossed paths.
Dang.
And it took years later to 2000. Let me see. I want to say 2015. Because I just started my business. It took that long for us to actually cross.
Reconnect,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, she just graduated last year from USF with a doctorate and everything.
That's what's up.
She got a master's at FAU. She did abroad over in French, so she speaks French fluently.
Dang.
Like I have a wonderful queen. So like I said, she holds me accountable to all this writing stuff.
That's good.
Man, that is a big blessing.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Oh yeah.
I'm talking about, man, that's like finding a diamond. I mean, in today's time, that's like hitting the lottery twice.
Yeah, that's real good, man.
Made to enhance. What's that?
It's a fitness athletic, but this is how it started though. So it's called M.A.D.E. That's acronym, but it stands for Make Adjustments, Delete Excuses.
Okay.
And this came, I had recently just got cut from the Buffalo Bills, right?
Right.
Came back home to Tallahassee, and I'm down. I'm not gonna lie. You get cut. You had the cuffs of it, man. I'm talking about. I was last on the depth chart. They didn't expect me to get there. They didn't expect me. The lowest contract you get, no signing bonus, and I took that to heart.
Yeah.
So I grinded from 7th on the depth chart, which means they got to create a rotation for me to get in.
Definitely.
You feel me?
Right.
But I go to 2nd on depth chart, fighting for 1st. But with smallest contract, they like, we didn't spend too much money, we invest.
Easy to get rid of.
Get rid of.
Yeah, financially.
I didn't know the game because I'm my own agent at the time. Because before that, I was working at Walmart in tour department, and I wrote hand letters to the NFL. So I didn't know nothing about the business like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but anywho, I got back to Tallahassee, and I'm driving by the hospital. I'm driving around the hospital, so I'm trying to think of the road right now. That'd be M.A.D.E. So drive back through M.A.D.E. And I'm like, somebody is being born, somebody is dying.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm blessed to be alive.
Yeah.
I can make this a step stone or a pity party.
Definitely.
I said, I make this a step stone. And I kid you not, I'm driving my car and I turned down my radio. So I still got the car now. It's a 89 Z28 Camaro T-Top. That's my baby.
Dang.
That's my baby right there. That's my baby, baby.
Okay.
So I turned it down and I'm driving and I said, make adjustments, delete excuses. I'm like, oh shoot, that's something right there.
Yeah.
And it spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, how can I get this thing going? And then it took off. It took off from me like speaking to people to more, how can you really make a change to people? How can you affect people's lives? You know, it's not what you do when you're born or adult, it's what you do in between that dash.
Oh, yeah.
I said, let's make this thing special. Right. So that's how I started. And enhancing lives, that's something I always want to do. I always want to help people. It wasn't sports. My thing was I want to be a firefighter because I figured that's how you help people. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been my thing. So that's how we got make adjust, delete excuses, made to the hands. Yeah.
Right. That's what's up.
That's dope. From a learning lesson.
From a learning lesson, yes.
That's dope.
Your motivational speaking. Who are you mainly, you know what I mean? Who do you mainly speak to when you at your speaking events?
I'm gonna say it's as humble as I can. Myself. Myself.
Oh, okay.
Myself.
Okay.
Because the reason I say that is a lot of times when I'm doing speakings, I'm going through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I use those words, not just to motivate others, but to get myself going.
Okay.
Because I mean, like I say, my life is I remember 12 years old and my dad was like, all right, you gotta be like the man of the house. He got sick. He was an HVAC at the hospital. Asbestos exploded, so the lungs were deteriorating for years. You know, mom got
He was
sick.
exposed to asbestos.
Yes, man. Big explosion. Big explosion in there. So they gave him, at that time I was 12, so I'm in 7th grade, and they said, you got 5 years. But he fought for 17, so I was 27 when he actually, went. But when I say that was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Then mom's, diabetes, and then her illness, breathing, then she got cancer, twice as we continue to talk about it. But yeah, I'm really talking to myself like, let's go. You got this. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes in life, we don't have someone in our corner. We got to be our own corner man.
Without a doubt.
And like I tell you, self-encouragement, best encouragement. So that's kind of what I'm developing for others. But at the end of the day, I'm really talking to myself.
That's exactly what.
That's real good. Because just with how kids and their mindset, with bullying and stuff like that, we have a higher suicide rate and things like that, or kids lashing out. So what you talking about is perfect, because that's what a lot of kids need to know, especially around the age, like you said, that you had to mold your mind. It was early. It was early on.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Your football journey. When did you first start playing football?
I was told by my pops, I started throwing the ball fully, not just tossing fully, around that 18-month range.
What?
Yeah. I was walking at 9 months.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Early bloomer.
Early bloomer. Early. They say I've been here already. That's what people say.
Oh yeah. That's what they say. You done been here. Oh yeah. They say that.
But yeah.
So your dad is seeing it in your real early.
Yeah. And it's so crazy how he manifests, because my first football was a Florida State football. And he loved Charlie Ward. Ward, man, that was his guy. So he said, I'm gonna groom me a Charlie. So but I had to throw the football with him no matter what. He come home late, we had to turn the floodlights on, we throwing that ball. So football came very early, but we also did track because my mom ran track. She went to Gabi. They had a record for oh my goodness, I think they said about 28 years. Her and her twin. She had an offer to go to FAMU to run track. My dad had an offer to go to Florida State to go run track. But, during that time, you got to work.
Yeah.
You got to take care of
Yeah.
home. So they didn't have the
means to go do it.
You know, they didn't
Yeah.
have that. They had to take care of business. You know. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Man, it's crazy how that bloodline worked, man. You know,
For real, yeah, he did everything.
2 athletes, you know what I mean? Had an athlete, you know what I mean, and guided them in that direction. Oh,
Pops was intentional too.
so you started playing football early. One of the questions that we wanted to ask, and we didn't know when this was going to come about, but what do you think is the best age for kids to start playing full contact football?
Okay, I'm gonna contradict myself on it. Because we were playing sandlot, like we had no pass. So and my parents, you don't need to be playing that. And, you know, that's what Mama said. Well, he'll boy, let him do it.
Yeah.
But honestly, when you look back on it, I would say full contact, looking towards that 10, 12-ish, getting ready for high school.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of start with flat.
Yeah.
And people like, no, it's soft. No, it's not.
Gotta start
Because you're teaching them how, like for a tackler, how to step on toes. To get to that flat, you got to get there.
Yeah.
And what you see, a lot of concussion, a lot of injuries, they diving.
Yep.
You know, and one thing I learned from the great Bob Bowden, he said this, great athletes stay on their feet. You know what I'm saying? So if you dive and make a tackle, how can you be a great athlete? Now you have no control of your body. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people cut tackling or dropping their head. Flag football, you can't do that. You got to have your eyes up, eyes on the target. So I would say that 10 pushing over to 12-ish, it works. You got plenty of time to develop in high school.
Without a
Plenty of
doubt.
time.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
I got to make sure my son see this interview. Normally he's here.
Yeah.
Right. I got an 8-year-old, and he come to me a few months ago and say, "Daddy, I'm ready to start my football journey."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He a soccer player right now.
Yeah. Right now he's playing soccer.
Yeah.
So I say, I don't know, man. I say, well, we might start you out in flag football. You know, he want to play full contact. I'm like, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know about that full contact. And I told him just what you said. I said, hey, well, you know, you got injuries. I say, this will give you a chance to learn how to play the game and all that stuff.
Get the
Go through
fundamentals
fundamentals.
down.
You gotta have that, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's seen. Maybe he's seen a big hit or something on YouTube, and he done changed his mind. He was like, yeah, Dad, I think I'm we can play flag football first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you went to Rickers.
With the Rickers.
What position you played at Rickers?
Everything.
Oh yeah.
Everything except O-line. Everything but O-line.
Okay, so your stats had to be off the chain.
I believe it was. I believe.
Oh, okay.
But you got to think about it. A lot of people don't know this. I went to Lincoln. I went to
First,
Lincoln first for a semester. You know what I'm saying? Puppy love, hair no. You know, we're not gonna say what. But puppy love, I can admit, I went there for a semester. I went there to play quarterback. Then I got to move to safety and whatnot. But when I got to Rickers, man, you know, those at Lincoln, I mean, even coaches told me, you're not gonna make it. You ain't gonna be nothing.
What?
Oh yeah, they told me that in my face. They told me that, yeah. And I said, I'll show you.
I'll
show you. But yeah, I played everything: quarterback, receiver, safety, corner, linebacker, kick return, punt return. Shoot, they need some water. I got them water too.
Little Bobby Boucher.
And I said on camera, I did have to become a coach. That was like a senior. You know, I helping guys with recruiting. You know, I was doing that, hosting workouts, because at one point we didn't have a head coach. So to keep the program going, you know, hey man, if you're interested in football, I found the flyer I made like a couple months ago. And I was posting around Rickers, and I was like, if you're interested in football, you know, we doing this at this X amount of time, have you workout stuff, et cetera, to get it going. Yeah.
That's dope.
Wait a minute. This was after this is as an adult. This wasn't when you was.
No, this is as a high school student.
You was doing this.
I was doing this, yeah.
Y'all didn't have a coach?
We was in that gray area, so we looked for a coach, and I'm like, guys was talking about like not working out, guys talking about transfer. I'm like, nah, let's do this. We can do this on our own. Players play, coaches coach. At the end of the day. Yeah.
Why didn't y'all have a coach?
We're going through a search. I'm trying to, don't quote me on the time period. I know, all right, so I know going to my sophomore year, we supposed to have Billy Joe brother, Jimmy, right? But unfortunately that didn't work out. So we had a great period of my sophomore year. Then we finally got Coach Everett Blakely. All right, we got Everett Blakely.
Big Blake?
Big Blake.
Okay.
And then that went to we had our junior year, then our senior year, we had a gray area. So they got rid of him. So going to my senior year, we had a little gray area. So they're going through interviews, trying to find someone. And we eventually had Rudy Hubbard. But it was a great period, probably like a good 2.5 months of like no code, you know. So to hold it together, I feel like, hey, I put it on my shoulders, let's go do it.
Yeah, definitely. That's dope. Oh yeah. So that was leadership real early. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big time.
I mean, somebody had to do it. That's how I look at it. Hey, somebody.
And that whole mindset, like I said, even from what your pops told you early on 12, 13, you was being the man at an early age. There's a lot of kids right now when they wouldn't want to put it on their shoulders. Like you said, they're just cutting, you know, hey, I'm going to go to another school.
That's real, though. That's real.
So that's big. Yeah. That's big.
I didn't really know when we was going to get into this part of the conversation because there's also a question that we wanted to ask. Because is it a funding issue? What you know what I mean?
You know, now that I'm in on the other side, it's absolutely. Southside getting the least funding. They get the last chance.
Great,
you know. It's leftovers. It's leftovers. You know, and as a staff, you know, say you're trying to get somebody, well, we can't fund you. You know, can you volunteer? Now you know, you put a lot of time in, little something, gas, whatever. But we noticed that, and I don't know if others did, but I know I did. I observed a lot. The Southside get treated like they are the Southside. Yeah.
From your perspective, why is that?
Oh, it's simple. It's a system. It's going on since forever, and we could always say don't talk about race, but it is. We're being honest.
Yeah.
And a political issue. Right.
Absolutely.
Who can we hold accountable?
You know, you always want to go up top, you know, but I'm gonna be real. The top has never looked out for our people. Let's just be honest. And I'm big on this. Like, okay, as a community, let's do this ourselves. Yeah.
You triggering a whole different set of questions in my mind, but I really don't want to go down that road.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it and I agree. The foundation of our platform, we want to promote organization, structure, code of conduct, and an agenda. None of that we really have in our community. And something that's desperately needed. You know, and I mean, if you just walk that through, as far as holding someone accountable, hold them accountable for what? You know, and like right now we're talking about funding, and what you were speaking about, if there was some type of organization in our community, even the people that's doing wrong, we can turn that into right.
Oh yeah.
But the system is designed that they're not going to allow you to do right with your wrong.
Yeah.
So you expose yourself. Because only thing they got to do is say, hey, where did Ricketts get all this money from?
That is true.
You see what I'm saying?
That is true. Now.
And that's easy. That's you know, hey, you turn that spotlight on you. Now I really don't want to veer off too far from the conversation. But it reminds me of what's going on in Minnesota right now. Right? A lot of the Somalians, they singling out the Somalians for a lot of fraud that they're doing, right? But they really didn't expose themselves. They've been getting away with this for years.
The whole time, yeah.
They didn't expose themselves till you got too big and you start being bold, saying, hey, we run this. This is ours. And somebody say, wait a minute. Nah. Now I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, do a little digging, see what's up under this. And hey, wait a minute, I see a little bit of corruption here. And now they going through what they going through. Now to get back on to what we was talking about, as far as, you know, the funding and things like that. And the disparities that we see between schools on the south side and schools particularly on the northeast side of town. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And if we were organized, we could get a lot of things done.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? We can get a lot of things done. But like I say, but it comes to who do you hold accountable?
That's real.
Who has the biggest voice? Who has the biggest microphone? Who has the biggest platform? You know, to give people a voice like we're trying to do to have these types of conversations. You know, when it comes to politics, I often say that Black folks in particular should know politics the way we know our favorite sports teams.
There you go. There you go.
See, we can sit back and we can talk sports
all day
till tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when it comes to who are your local elected officials, no idea.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, though, you got to also think about this, and it's very, very sad. It's very sad. Okay, so when it comes down to politics, and I'm about to speak I'm going to start from an athlete's point of view, whatever. Those with the big voices are afraid to say something about politics. Because they looking at money I'm going to lose, opportunities I'm going to lose.
Absolutely.
But I'm thinking about this. When you go back to the 1960s and 50s, you had a lot of athletes speaking up.
You did.
You know, we could use Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
We could use Jackie Robinson did it. We could use Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Bill Russell. I mean, the list goes on.
There's a lot of people.
It's a lot. It stood for something.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't about the money. And that's the thing. We are caught up on the money. All right? And that's what even those who are not in sports, they think about, oh, it could hurt my job. But if you think about it, you're going back to a slave mentality. You just a slave with money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand, like, I'm willing to speak on this. I'm willing to say what I have to say because it's the truth. It has to be. Because the more I don't speak on it, the more they're going to continue to do what they're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know when people going to look at this, they're going to say, you sure you want to say? Absolutely, I want to say this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I told you. I say, hey, look here, man. We ain't trying to say, you know, speak on something that's going to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something as far as getting in trouble. There's one organization in every black community that I know from the East Coast to the West Coast to where our community pool their financial resources, but that money is not reflected in the community. And they're not drug dealers. You know what that is?
What'd you get?
The church.
Ooh, I knew it was coming. I just want you to say it.
You understand
I just
what
want
I'm
you to say it. Yeah.
10%. You know what I mean? This is programmed in you to give 10% of your earnings to the church, right? But yet we still have schools that's underfunded. You see what I'm saying? If the church organization was organized and could look in the community and say, hey, look here, you know, we're gonna put my desires for new shoes, new suits, and things like that. The same way that gross materialism that drug dealer has.
Right.
Kind of the same thing with, you understand what I'm saying? People within the church.
Absolutely.
You see?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you want something, you want to live a particular lifestyle. The drug dealer want to live a particular lifestyle, you know. But when it comes to holding people accountable for giving back, there's no organization that's people
true.
Scared to speak on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I might catch a little flack for what I just said right there. You know, somebody here, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, and want to have that conversation with me. You know, so I think that's what we missing when it comes in holding people accountable.
Right.
You know that this school is underfunded. They can't even find a coach. They can't even attract a coach.
Yeah.
You understand? Because all the things that they're going to deal with. You know what I mean? So where do we get those funds and what do we do with them? Even when we get the funding, the mismanagement in the particular institution.
Right.
Look at what happened out there when Dion was in
Jackson State.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now here you have
and Willie at Florida A&M.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Willie was one too.
Oh yeah. You definitely gonna get yourself in some trouble.
Hey, they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
You definitely gonna get yourself in some trouble for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we do get the funding, it's mismanaged. It's like, man. Now I'm gonna get myself in trouble with you, Harold. Like right here locally, when we look at fam, I look at that situation. I'm like, man. You have all these resources, but you just can't figure it out.
Right.
And I remember here recently I can't remember her name. She was the president, and it was talking about, all of the
corruption fund.
that she was doing.
She remodeled a house and the whole. I know you're talking about. I can't remember her name.
Yep.
Dang. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
When you get into these positions, you have to know the situation that you're going into. And hey, you wanted this job. You said that you can come and straighten this thing out.
Yeah.
She was coming to clean house and do it the right way.
You understand what I'm saying? Not to live in luxury. I'm gonna be good. You know, y'all figure it out. No, you're supposed to help us figure this thing out.
Yeah.
But when it comes to holding people accountable, well, you know, we don't want to speak on that. You know, so let me tell you something. Like I say, bro.
This stuff that needs to be spoken.
We gonna get ourselves in trouble, man. We gonna be like what I like to call BLUTCs. You understand what I'm saying? Bootlicking Uncle Tom Coons. You understand? You know, when you start having these type of conversations, you know what I mean. You know that's coon talk. You know? But brother. I mean, I tell you what. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves all the way in trouble. How can we fix this situation, though, brother? In your opinion?
Like I say, it's still getting organized. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of times we put people in position that's not ready. All right, so it's like back in the day, the old days, and I go back to the old days because they were structured. Yeah, and you talking about before we integrated. Mm-hmm. I mean, after enslavement, we was on it together. We was on it together. It was all about unity. Right. What we have to do is, like, for instance, I'll say this. So a lot of times what they did, they'll send off to them. They'll try to go, if they can't get to HBCU, they'll try to go to PWI. Everybody, oh, no, you're going, no, it's okay. Learn how they do things. Bring it back.
Definitely.
That's all it is. Definitely. That's what we got to start doing. Learn how, I'm not going to say the word I want to say.
How the winners win. Let's say that.
Winners win. Go there. Yeah. Go to different learning. Learn different cultures. Learn this and bring it back. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on, I read stuff about the Asian culture. Yeah. I read stuff about, different cultures to learn, like, how do they do their unity? Mm-hmm. How are they winning? That's the main thing. Yeah. How are they winning and why are they winning? Oh, yeah. And the thing is, we learn that, now we can put people in the right position. Yeah. But what we doing, we just put people in position off popularity. We're putting people in position because that's my friend. Yeah. They're not deserving. You know, that's what we have to do. Or I'm putting this person in position because I know they're not a threat to me. Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You gotta put people in position, even if it makes you uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, is it best for our community, or I'm trying to see if it's best just for me? And a lot of times right now is what's best for me, that individual who's up here higher in our community. Yeah. We don't want no threats because we want to shine. Yeah. But don't realize more stars, more shine you got.
Yeah, for everybody. Yeah.
I tell you one that you might have missed is the excuses that we make for people that simply have money.
You're right.
These could be some of the worst people that's ever set foot on this planet. And just because they got a certain amount of money, you make excuses for them.
That's
you understand
real.
What I'm saying?
That's real.
Now they're not putting, sometimes they could, depending on what they're doing and what you into, they might be putting food on. But then you can understand why you're making excuses. How many times have you heard, especially some of these celebrities, that do something that's just
egregious.
You get what I'm saying? And then you know, like nowadays, the comment section. Well, at least he or she got money. Y'all just, you know what I mean?
Y'all peeing on. Y'all peeing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's a huge problem.
It is.
It's like they're void of above accountability. You can't hold these people accountable. That's like we was talking to Officer Dudley, and he was talking about Jay-Z. You don't know nobody that could get within a mile of a Jay-Z.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Right. Sit down and talk to Jay-Z about what? There's only a few people that we know from our community. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That could, other than somebody like, some elected official or something that can go
probably talk to him.
Yeah. Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's another one as far as, people that's just above accountability. And that's one of the major problems that we have. You know what I mean?
When life switch to sports mode, hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode, hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold. The finish line straight ahead, bro. Hold it in the road. When life switch to sports mode,